It's Tuesday, September 22nd. Welcome aboard to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel.
And I'm Andrew Gobeil. Thank you very much for joining us.
We'd like to remind you right at the top that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
From the Village Green here in Hyannis, on a beautiful day, we are continuing to take a look at some of the events that took place at the Town Council meeting on Thursday night. The entire program today devoted to the discussion of a regulatory agreement proposal to get this Hilton Garden Inn right across from the airport approved. We hear first from John Kenny, who's a local attorney who represents Stu Bornstein, the developer, who is trying to put this proposal together.
It's a magnificent looking building, in my opinion. I'd ask you all to take a good hard look at this and that. The properties are located at 333 and 349 INO Road. They were acquired by Impulse LLC on October 14th, 2004. The properties were leased back to the seller until March of 2007, and they've been vacant since then. Presently, the properties located at 333 and 349 INO Road are improved with two pre-existing non-conforming structures. The main structure contains 47,404 square feet and was used as a plumbing supply house, a retail store, and a showroom. The other building contains approximately 6,200 square feet and was most recently used as a church. The properties are serviced by the town sewer and the Hyannis Water Company. As I stated, we're requesting approval of a regulatory agreement for a 132-room guest room hotel. The hotel would include an indoor pool, a health club, and a business center. And it will be a green business class hotel, which will generate significant new annual tax revenue for the town. And as you can see, it replaces an area of urban blight with a beautiful new modern facility.
In addition to this, Mr. Kenny described the $100,000 cash mitigation plan that owner Stu Bornstein has proposed to the town, improvements to an area water main, and projections that over the next 20 years, this hotel would generate some $6 million in new tax revenue for the town of Barnstable.
Now, another one of the speakers at the Town Council meeting, Mr. Kenny, asked up the architect of the proposed project to come speak to the council.
And we're looking at this to create a catalyst for future development. So what we did was to make this fit. If we just stuck a 5-story box in here, it would be overwhelming. So what we did was break it apart. We sloped the sides, and we created some different elements. We broke the building apart into multiple components that's more commensurate with a waterfront setting and the traditional New England architecture, and especially Cape Cod, with some nautical hints. And so when you look at the building, it really slopes down to fit into the immediate adjacency, as well as looking like a grouping of smaller buildings. Even though it's a big building, it blends in for right now. We know that this area will change and enhance and develop over the years. What exists today will not be there in 50 or 60 years. So we want this to be commensurate with the local area.
Also asked to address the town council was a Hilton representative.
We have 476 garden inns open worldwide. We also have another 132 under construction and 132 in design and 47 under construction. Hilton Garden Inn is an upscale, mid-price, focused service hotel product. It is targeted to serve both the individual business traveler as well as the leisure customer.
Also asked to speak was local engineer Dan Ojola.
Comparison between the two sites, I just want to touch on again. We're really looking at a pretty significant upgrade to a section of Hyannis here. We've got the expanses of roof. We'll be coming in with a dense evergreen hedge, which will buffer this front parking. We'll have the new canopy set back further than the existing setbacks, and increasing in green space along Spring Street as well, so that the look in from the corner will be significantly nicer than it is today.
Eventually, the hour grew late. Starting at 9:45, the proposal continued until just a little bit after 11 o'clock, when Town Council President Fred Charagotis entertained a motion to extend the meeting.
Mr. Kenny, and given the hour, I'm going to suggest that we continue. What?
We just need to extend it an hour past 11.
We are almost done with our presentation. There's a lot of people that have come and waited a long time.
Well, you,
So in other words, the hour is extended to allow you to continue.
Well, that's what you're saying, and they seem to be saying...
hold on. What I'm suggesting is that if we allow all the members of the public to speak, we may be here till tomorrow morning. And I want to give everybody an opportunity to speak. I want you to make your presentation. I want you to have people, you know, that you brought down here wait and not get an opportunity. I'd like that to get done, but I got to tell you, I don't think we're going to get through this whole hearing tonight. That's my...
Can we extend to 11:30?
Well,
Yeah, we have to extend.
Go ahead.
That's the main thing. We need to extend.
do we have a
the-
motion to extend the meeting?
I move that we, I move that we extend the meeting past 11 until,
We have a motion and a second to extend. All in,
To a
yeah,
reasonable
so I
hour.
wanted to
to
finish.
allow... How many more people do you have, Mr. Kenny?
Mr. President, just, if all these other people that are going to comment have to come back, why shouldn't the presenters have to come back too? It's 11 o'clock, I can hardly listen anymore. All right? I'm not going to be able to appreciate
Right.
what other
This
people are
council's
saying.
been here since 6:30.
So have many of the people that have come here.
Well, a lot of people have come here too, and they're not going to be able to be here till midnight or 1 o'clock. I can't be here till then.
I'm actually more concerned about the public than the presenters. We only have one presenter left, and that's Mr. Bornstein, who will clearly be back here. I'm concerned about the public having an opportunity to be heard. Some of them have come a great distance to be heard, and they've been waiting several hours to be heard, and my fear is they won't have an opportunity to come back.
We still have a motion and a second to extend the meeting. Councilor Rugo.
Yeah, I would just like to add to the comments by Councilor from Precinct 10. It's late, and to comprehend this is difficult. We had an executive session that convened at 6:30 this evening. We can't control the business of this council as the evening progresses. However, it's to ask more than I think that's reasonable to expect the public at home to stay up at this hour, to expect the public in the neighborhoods to stay here at this hour and longer. 11:30 becomes 11:45, becomes midnight. It's not the way to do business.
So, all in favor of extending the meeting beyond 11 o'clock? All opposed? 5 yes and 6 no. Does not carry. The matter will be not extended. I would suggest that it be continued to October the 15th. All in favor of continuing this matter to October the 15th? Any opposed? That's unanimous, Madam Clerk. Yes, sir.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? That's the second. All in favor of adjourning? Any opposed? Unanimous, Madam Clerk.
And as of 10:30 this morning, Mr. Bornstein, in an email sent to the entire town council, announced his intention to drop the proposal. Now let's take a look at some of the meetings taking place during the remainder of the week.
On Tuesday, September 22nd, the Coastal Resources Committee has a meeting at 5 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room.
Also on Tuesday, the school committee meets at 7 o'clock in the hearing room.
Rounding out Tuesday, the Waterways Committee meets at 8 o'clock in the MEA Conference Room on Finney's Lane.
On Wednesday, September 23rd, the Old Kings Highway Historic Committee meets at 7 o'clock in the West Barnstable Community Building.
Also on Wednesday, Zoning Board of Appeals meets at 7 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room.
And on Thursday, formal site plan review scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning in the hearing room at Town Hall.
Also on Thursday, there's a Yarmouth Road corridor study at 5 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room.
For Kevin Friel, I'm Andrew Gobiel. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Barnstable Today.